closer to Advent. We're still a few weeks away, and we're in that great green growing time of ordinary time, but each week we're getting a little bit closer to Advent, which is so exciting. Today's story is called The 10 Best Ways to Live, and you might already know this story as the 10 Commandments. So even though it's familiar to you, listen, open your ears to hear this story in a new way, and think, what is God saying to you? Where are you in today's story? This is the desert box. And so many important things happen in the desert that we just have to have a piece of it here in our room. The desert is a strange and wild place. At night it is freezing cold, and in the day it's burning hot, and there is hardly any water at all. The wind is constantly blowing and moving the sand, so the desert never stays the same. After God led the people of God through the water to freedom, they were free to go any way they wanted. But they wondered, what is the best way? Well, God loved the people so much that he told Moses, I will show you the way to go. I will lead you to the holy mountain, Mount Sinai. Well, as the people approached the mountain, they could see smoke and fire, and they were afraid to come close. But Moses went close. Moses climbed the mountain. And there he talked with God and listened to God. And when Moses came down, he gave the people the 10 best ways to live. There were ways for loving God and ways for loving people. And they knew they had these ways because God loved them, just as God loves you. And these 10 best ways are so important that we call them the law. There were 4 ways for loving God. and 6 ways for loving people. I wonder if you would like for me to tell you more about these best ways, the ways for loving God and the ways for loving people. Do not serve other gods. Make no idol to serve. Do not speak my name lightly. Keep the Sabbath holy, the 4 best ways for loving God. And then the 6 ways for loving people. Honor your mother and father. Do not kill. Do not break your marriage. Do not steal. Do not lie. Do not want what others have. Remember, these 10 best ways to live, the law, are these ways for loving God and for loving people, because God loves us. Now I wonder about these people of God and how it feels to be free and to be able to go anywhere you want to go. I wonder if it's hard to know the best way to go. I wonder if it's hard to be free. I wonder how Moses felt when he was on that holy mountain. I wonder if it's easy to love God and to love people. I wonder what God and Moses talked about when they were on that mountain. I wonder where you are in this story. I wonder which part you liked best. I'm so glad you joined us for today's story about the 10 best ways to live. And I hope that maybe the story is already familiar to you, but you heard something in a different way, that it spoke to you. Maybe seeing it in the shape of a heart, in this heart-shaped box, really spoke to you about how much God loves you. Next week, I hope you'll join us for the story of Moses. Now, I know today's story featured Moses, but we're going to learn about Moses' entire life and even where that name Moses came from. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the story of Moses and understand not just the 10 best ways to live, but lots of important events that happened in Moses' lifetime. I hope you'll join us.